Greetings, Dapple Room listeners. Glad to see all of you here. Today we're here to get more familiarized with StarWind implementation in vSphere environment with help of VVols. As all you may know, VVols allows you to simply manage the storage from the hypervisor. So at this session we will discuss what is VMware Virtual Volumes and how it can be managed. So we're going to see the demo of how vVols works with StarWind Virtual SAN High Available LUNs. Today your host is me, Dimaya Princev, and don't forget to ask the questions in the end of the session. So let's start. The integration into vSphere infrastructure is possible with VASA provider, which allows configuring StarWind Virtual SAN resources as storage containers for the virtual machines, and provide more efficient management for the architecture by simplifying storage utilization. So, vSphere Virtual Volumes is simplifying the storage array, which allows the creation of individual, and right now it is high available StarWind LUNs per each necessary length of VM. vVols will facilitate VM deployment, speed up environment configuration, and of course increase the redundancy by the ability of creation high available StarWind LUN. One of the key benefits is that we don't need to over-provision the storage array. We're only using the needed space, and there is no need to perform tons of actions on many layers like hypervisor and storage sites to configure all your infrastructure from the scratch or to add something to the existing one. Currently it is performing from one side, vSphere side, and now everything comes with improved redundancy. StarWind provides high availability functionality managed by virtual volumes. So let's take a quick look at our infrastructure. We have two ESXi hosts, two StarWind VMs, so it is a typical hyperconverged scenario. Let me show you the steps to configure the VMs on HA device with vVols. So first of all, let's go to the StarWind virtual machines, and as you can see we have here everything is pre-configured. So first of all, virtual machine should have three networks. One is for synchronization channel, second one is for iSCSI and heartbeat connections, and third one of course for management connections. Next step is to configure the volume, which will be container for the StarWind VMs created with vVols. So as you can see, it is E. Next step is to create target without device. We call it vVols. We need to modify when you're creating. Please note that when you're creating the target, you must configure the target IQN. So as you can see, it's StarWind software vVols, and create the target on the second node. It must be the same target. So it must be the same one. So there are a few command prompt steps to configure vVols from the virtual machine side. I won't show you right now, but it is available on our site. So with the guidance of VVols, you can always see how to configure the VVols, command prompt steps on our site. So after a few manipulations with the command prompt, we have successfully configured StarWind VVols data store. So let's go to the ESXi. We need to go to the storage adapters pane, and when we've configured the StarWind target, we need to go to the targets pane and specify two IP addresses from the both StarWind virtual machines. As you can see here, we specified it and we scanned the adapter. Just to double check that you have all the passes, go to passes pane and see that both passes are connected. And as you can see, here we have StarWind device attached. So now we're going to the storage providers pane, and we must register a new storage certificate. So let's go to vCenter, configuration and storage providers pane. As you can see, here is StarWind VVols certificate, which is registered right now. So you only need to click add new certificate, choose the name, URL, and StarWind standard username and password from StarWind. And don't forget one thing, that when the StarWind certificate is applied in vSphere, there are few certificates should be applied in a few terms of time, so it won't apply right now at the moment. So just can take it into the consideration. And after the StarWind VVols certificate is applied, it's time to create VVols data store. So let's go to the cluster, to the host, right click on the host and create new data store. Storage, create new data store. Choose the VVols data store and choose the storage container for its data store. Right now it is created, so let's go to the data stores pane, and as you can see here, the StarWind VVols data store is created. So it is time to definitely create a new virtual machine. So right click on the host, new virtual machine, and let's create a new virtual machine. Let's create a simple virtual machine, choosing the data center, choosing the cluster or host where it's going to run, and specify the StarWind VVols data store. And when you're specifying the StarWind VVols data store, it is creating the the targets from the StarWind side. So, and regarding the StarWind configuration and regarding the failover cluster regarding the virtual machine creation and virtual machine failover migration, live migration, we will show it on the next session. So it's going to be a few sessions regarding the VVols, and so let's go to your questions. So I hope everything was simple and clear, but let's proceed to your questions. So one question regarding the features what StarWind VVols support. And the main feature is, of course, it is high availability right now at the moment, so we're supporting the high available LUNs, L1 and L2 cache, and snapshots and deduplication. About the one question regarding about the StarWind VVols in Amazon. Right now, if we're talking about just data stores like S3, so it is right now unavailable, but our R&D department always working on cloud implementation, so I guess soon it's going to be available. Nice question about the device type, which is VVols using. So right now VVols works with standalone image file device and high available image file device. And great question about how can I implement storage policies with StarWind and VVols. For example, if you have a few different types of underlying storage, you can easily create a policy for each data store type. So for example, you have fast SSD drives, so you can create a fast SSD data store for business critical virtual machines, and create another data store with another name on slow spindle drives for less performance hungry applications, and that means that you will have something sort of manual tiering. So guys, if you don't have any additional questions, thank you all of you, and I guess we'll see you on the next webinars. Thank you guys, and bye bye.